content I decided to go over for this presentation was Miss Congeniality starring Sandra Bullock. Looking at it, I didn't really know what congeniality meant, so I looked it up, and it actually means agreeable, suitable, or pleasing in nature or character. This is ironic because the main character in the beginning doesn't exactly fit that description. So I chose this film because it stars a woman in a role that most women aren't portrayed in, or at least, I mean, they are nowadays, but in the past, not so much. Sandra Bullock plays an FBI agent who, she's not exactly sophisticated or womanly, and she's not like your average woman. She's more focused, she's not focused on her appearance or even her personality. She's usually just focused on her career as an FBI agent. I mean, so after watching things like Cinderella or Snow White, it's a little refreshing to see a woman portrayed like that. This isn't to say that Disney has, is always like that. I mean, they're doing better with such things like Brave or Mulan and Frozen. I mean, Gina Davis explains this well in her article about, portrayal of women in TV shows and movies for children. She explains, the stark gender inequality in media aimed at little children is significant, as television and movies wield enormous influence on them as they develop a sense of their role in the world. And because young kids tend to watch the same TV shows and movies repeatedly, negative stereotypes get imprinted again and again. So, focusing on the main character, Sandra Bullock's character, she's not exactly trying to be attractive or appealing. I mean, despite everyone else trying to make her seem that way, she's just trying to be herself. And this is expressed in the book Women of Equality, which looks at how women portray or feel confident in themselves even back in early times in England. The author says, "In the pages that follow, I will examine the lives and words of women who considered themselves women of quality. They range from duchesses to those without noble title, but they all participated in an extensive network of connections and associations, cultural, political, and social, as well as familial." I mean, just watch this clip from the movie, and it'll tell you how the main character feels about herself and pageants.
This may come as a shock to you, but I've never been in a beauty pageant before. I don't even own a dress. I don't even own a brush. Ow, Jesus. Oh, yeah.
Which part of that is supposed to shock me? Ah! Yeah. Ah.
All right, let's suspend reality for like a second and pretend like I said yes. I gotta do like everything, like the whole big hair and the makeup and...
Damn right. The spinning, the twirling, the smiling, the cute little tap number.
So, going off of that, here's one of the most controversial things: beauty pageants. I mean, beauty pageants, they're defined as, it's a competition in which entrants, usually women, are judged as to physical beauty and sometimes personality and talent, with the winners awarded prizes or titles. They do various things like, the talent competition, the swimsuit competition, and even asking questions. Of course, the swimsuit competition is the one that, is always about who's the prettiest or sexiest. And in the Journal of Pop Culture, where the author says, "For women in particular, the images are impossible to ignore. They tell us how to look, how to behave, and how we might expect to be seen and treated by others." I mean, she's referring to the ways in which women are portrayed in the media today, including how women compete in beauty pageants. So, even more so, it comes to the point that beauty pageants are being created for little girls, which is ridiculous, I mean, in my opinion. Beauty pageants are held for children, which means they're getting pushed to perfection at such a young age. And in an article about child beauty pageants, the author says, stage mothers for the 8 to 10 age group in Universal Royalty say it is worth all the trouble and effort since it instills happiness, poise in front of a crowd, confidence, pride, and a sense of accomplishment. Girls are not usually thinking about appearance at that age, and yet through these pageants, they're almost forced to. I mean, even the villain in this movie is completely obsessed with the beauty pageants, in that she's trying to strive for beauty and perfection, which I guess is her motivation. I mean, it doesn't help when such things like Barbie dolls are tailored to children, but are portrayed as beautiful women. In an interview with Barbie's lead designer, she says, "So to me, there isn't an objective to change the proportion of Barbie currently, and to little girls, they are putting themselves in that doll anyway." So girls may be focused on appearances, but when playing with Barbie dolls, I mean, but throw them into a pageant and it's a completely different story, in my opinion. So in the movie, all the other girls are basically, stereotypical women striving for beauty. I mean, a stereotype in this sense is it implies a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image or idea of a particular type or person or thing. So, I mean, but after meeting our lead, they come to grasp with, there's more important things, and all the while they're just sticking with, who they are, and in the end they even try to help their friend. I mean, this is a key point made in Jade Bial's speech on, she stresses it's about uniting and celebrating it all so that we may feel so good in ourselves that we can serve our sisters and help each other. And this is key. So overall, I really enjoyed this movie. I think it's hilarious. It's also a great message in what what this class focuses on.